So assuming that you've gotten yourself in this better state of affairs, this better mental capacity, you're more grounded, then it's time to roll up your sleeves and take action. But the question is, can we take action on the right things? So I'd like for you to be reintroduced to a well-known tool that many of you already know, the SWOT analysis. This is an excellent, tried and true tool that helps us really make better decisions by understanding our current situation. And right now, with it changing so often, doing a SWOT analysis is not a bad idea. SWOT again stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, it's very common for us in a crisis to focus on those weaknesses and those threats, but please do not forget about your strengths and your opportunities, because sometimes during a crisis like this, often new technologies, new processes, new ways to serve our clients, maybe even new ways to save money can be found by virtue of that particular crisis forcing a new way of thinking. For example, before the coronavirus, 16% of all U.S. employees were telecommuters. And due to the coronavirus, many of them now are working from home because they have to, because of the government edict or because that's what their companies are proposing. And I do believe that once this virus passes through and we go back to some sort of normal state, that 16% of employee telecommutation will actually increase, maybe even double, because we will find that telecommuting has all sorts of benefits that we were just not aware of. Things like improved morale and productivity, and maybe even some cost savings. So again, one of the biggest tips that we can take right now during this particular situation is to remember to see the opportunities during a time of crisis. So once you've assessed your situation with the SWOT analysis, it's time to hone in on the most important issues to address first. Often it's hard to find out what we should do first because of competing priorities, competing resources, and just not enough time, and the mind just gets a little overwhelmed. Very common. So it's important to segment these concerns into manageable steps. First, you and your team might need to have some sort of a brainstorming session to be able to come up with those things that you think you need to do first. And if it's self-evident, like you need to sort of plug the holes in your ship when you find yourself sinking, then that's important that you should be doing that. But often, again, as I said before, these decisions are hard to decide which ones are most important because of the competing resources and competing need for our time.